It should be going. There it goes. Not bad. And when it went. It took off. So I will give that an A. I would have been more over to the left. What happens is people come off that. It isn't really shown 2 lanes, but there's kind of an understood 2 lanes. People are going right. Where are we going here? Navigation complete. No. This is not good. Do you see what that just did? That, my friends, was bad. That was bad. Man, of all the things, I didn't interview him, but it just went over. That was a one-way, and it took that left-hand lane. Ioniq 6 there. I'll give that a D-. Welcome to another episode of Out of Spec Dave, where I'm underneath the FDR here in South New York City, Southern Manhattan, Pier 36, right at the Revel station. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drive all the way to Connecticut, Darien, Connecticut, on FSD in my brand new Model 3 Performance. Loving this car, by the way. I got lots of content to make. So for all you people who don't want to see Tesla content, oh boy, watch out, because it's coming. But let's start with just the FSD. Now, I know that Tesla has just recently brought out a new version of this software, 12.5. I think I have 4.1 in here. And what I want to do is I want to see how many interventions that I'm going to have between here in Manhattan and all the way up to Connecticut. Now, one of the things about this vehicle is I'm going to try to not intervene as much as possible. But when I was coming down here today from Connecticut to film this Revel video, it just does things sometimes that pisses off people. Like cars were right up on me, and then it was sneaking in, and I'm just like, man, I kind of intervened because I felt like people were getting upset at me. I think that overall, I was amazed as what it was doing, and I'm impressed. I haven't been a big FSD fan, to be honest, but I do have FSD on this car permanently. I bought it, and the reason why I bought it is because I have a lot of hope for FSD in the future. And I actually am really interested to see how this progresses over time. Hardware 4, FSD, Model 3 Performance. Let's get into it and see how many interventions there are. So the vehicle of choice here is a 2024 Model 3 Performance. This is in Quicksilver with white interior. Absolutely loving this car. It's amazing. And I've got the 20-inch wheels. These are forged wheels. And it really is just an amazing ride. The difference in the smoothness of the ride with the adjustable dampers is quite significant. And as crazy fast as this car is, 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, which, I mean, who needs that, right? Of course I need that. No one needs that. But what the real story here is, this car is just fun to drive. I mean, the suspension and the resiliency when you're going into a turn and you punch it, and just when you're going 30 to 40 miles an hour, some of the country roads up in Connecticut, it's just a lot of fun to drive. And plus, I don't know, this rear spoiler, that's worth about $6,000 right there. I mean, that looks awesome. So anyway, let's hop in. Let's do FSD all the way from New York City, just like I pictured it. Skyscrapers and everything, all the way up to Connecticut. Let's go. All right, so let's start this trip. We are leaving Revel, Pier 36. It is 12/26 on October 26th. A lot of 26s there. Anyway, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start. There we go. Be attentive. We have started. A little bumpy there. That's all right. And let's see where this thing is taking us. Oh, wow. First things first. That was all right. Now here comes a bike. All right, we're taking off. Here we go. All right, so not going to be doing a lot of city driving today, even though we're in New York City. It's going to be mostly highway. But this FDR is one of the more challenging roads. A lot of construction and also a lot of crazy drivers on this road. They come up on you, they pass you, they give you sneers and all kinds of stuff. And here we go. And we have gotten on. So I apologize if the cameras are a little bit shaky here and there, because this road is a mess. It's like it had open heart surgery 10 times and nobody fixed it. Now look at that, going over the line there. All right, hey, new bridge. Look at that. That looks cool. Little walking bridge. Another one. New York City doing some good things. All right, now we're taking a lane. All right, that's interesting. No, we're not taking a lane. Went back. That's weird. Okay, I didn't intervene. Now it's going back over. Okay. It's just a little indecisive there. Whoa, motorcycle. You know, just another day. Beautiful Manhattan Bridge here. Gorgeous. What a beautiful day. Anyway, it was interesting learning about Revel's new charging stations over here in Manhattan. Check it out, 59 cents a kilowatt hour, super easy to invoke. And you know, for the Uber guys, they can pull in, and they've got a camera that reads the license plate, and it automatically bills the car. There's no app. It's great. So anyway, check out my video that I put up on Revel. All right, here we go. Now, one of the newest advancements of FSD, the latest version, is it truly is hands-free, but they will watch you. This camera is watching what you're doing, and if you look away or you know are on your phone, it'll yell at you pretty good. So yeah, so far so good. Now, the other thing that's interesting about this latest version of FSD is that, you know, for a long time there were two software stacks, and I believe that it's either this version or it's the one that's coming up. They're merging both of the data accumulation of the highway stack and the city stack, so that they're going to take all that data and feed it into the neural network. And what happens is, if the car does something that you don't like and you take over, this little microphone thing comes up, and it asks you to leave a little snippet, a little audio snippet as to what happened. And there are people at Tesla that are watching these videos, and they're learning from people that are driving. So it's not just the you know, the car that's making the decisions. They're starting to use the data from real world active drivers, not only in the city stack, but also, I believe, in the highway stack. And then they're going to be merged as one. Full self-driving may be downgraded. One or more side cameras. Oh wow. It was gonna take a lane there, and then it saw that Toyota Camry coming up on me, but it didn't do it. So yeah, beautiful day. And just cruising along. Now it's gonna take the lane. No? Yeah, there it goes. Okay. It's not hanging out in the left-hand lane. This Mercedes, I think C-Class, was right on me with his blinker on, saying, "Move over, dude, move over." And I don't know if the car saw him and moved over. I have found, when I was driving down here this morning, that there was a merge coming. And there was an 18-wheeler in the right-hand lane, and he wanted to come over into my lane. And he put his turn signal on. And as soon as he put his turn signal on, the car slowed down. My car slowed down and let him in. Like something I would have done. Courtesy. So, all right, it's trying to go around this Honda Pilot, but we have a Revel coming up here, Model 3, and yeah, it didn't take him. For those of you who are curious about that white building right there in front of us, that's the United Nations right there. We're coming up to, what is this, 50th? Yeah, about 40th Street, somewhere in there, 41st Street. And we are, oh, you gotta love it. You gotta love Manhattan. FDR. East River over here on our right-hand side. Now I'm gonna bring up my speed a little bit. Speed limit's 40 here. I'm gonna set it to, I don't know, 50. See what it does. Anyway, this section of the East River, it gets to be pretty, if you're a boater, you'll know that this, the area right just north of here we go, turning left-hand, going from the left-hand lane to the right-hand lane. Well, look at this, Ed Koch Queensboro Bridge. I didn't realize they renamed the Queensboro Bridge Ed Koch, former mayor of New York City. What a character he was back in the day. So we're coming up to 6
feet. Keep right to stay on FDR Drive north toward East 96th Street.
All right, I've got to silence that, oh boy. Differential speed here, quite a bit. See the cars in the left-hand lane, they're stopped, and we're doing 36 miles an hour here. That's a little uncomfortable. I mean, it's what we need to do.
FDR Drive north.
But, all right, settings. Hold on. What do we got? Settings, volume. I got to mute her. All right, there we go. Jane, you're muted. All right, and there we go. All right, now Rockefeller University. We're going to go right underneath of it. We're going to go right underneath it. Some of this drive may be a little bit boring, in which case what I will do is speed it up through these sections, and then I'll bring it back down where it's a little bit different. All right, now look at, see, that is super aggressive when it takes a lane. Boy, I'll tell you what, it takes a lane. I don't know if that would, if like in a driver's ed course, would you get failed for that? It's pretty aggressive. Maybe not. Anyway, we're going underneath a building right now, which is pretty cool. Full self-driving may be degraded. Poor GPS location accuracy. Well, that's true because we're underneath the building. But you know, what's interesting now is this latest version. You don't need to keep your hand on the wheel, although I kind of like to, but you don't need to. So you can sit there, kind of like Blue Cruise with the Ford, or you know, on mapped roads. But here, that camera is watching my eyes. If I'm looking forward, it doesn't give me the nag. The nag is gone, which is nice. Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. They do amazing work in there, folks. There's a Quicksilver Model Y performance. Yeah, one of the things that I notice in this latest version of stop and go traffic and it's much smoother than it was in my Model 3 rear-wheel drive that I just sold, I traded in on this car, which had the LFP battery in it. Boy, I'm glad I got out of that car, because this new long-range rear-wheel drive Model 3, if you're looking for a rear-wheel drive car, that's the one to get. Incredible. I mean, it qualifies for the incentive and all that, but this stop and go is very relaxing now. It comes to a stop smoothly. Now you see the Suburban in front of me, he takes off. This is smooth. It was not smooth in the version of software that I was running. I don't believe it was the car. I think it just needed some software refinement. What's weird about that is many times in the past, I've used autopilot, traditional autopilot, and stop and go traffic, and it didn't act up like that. So sometimes, you know, what happens with Tesla is they make 3 leaps forward and 1 leap back. And what I would say is that the leap forward that they made in this FSD stack is tremendous, as will hopefully be showcased here today. Again, from someone who's relatively skeptical about all these systems. But, you know, the smoothness has gotten better as well in this latest version. So here we are at East 96th Street already, and typical Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. We lost our GPS, our front camera. We'll start that up again. Little hesitation right there. I don't know. I'm okay with that. If it saw something and it wanted an error on the side of being cautious, I'm okay with that. We've gone 5 miles in 15 minutes. We've got 37 more miles to go in an hour and 2 minutes. So, New York City. You know, one thing, we just hit a big bump. It was a sewer drain in the road at the tar or the macadam has been built up. It would be really nice if this car had the ability to go around big bumps. Unfortunately, there's no front camera down low in the bumper for that. And I don't know that it would be enough to rely on the camera up in here for that. But, you know, a normal driver on a highway like that, I would have seen that bump and gone around it. And you'll see cars here on the FDR swerving a little bit here and there just because they're avoiding bumps. And this thing doesn't do it. If there's something small in the road, maybe an animal, could be unfortunately a squirrel or bird that got hit, you would go around that. This thing wouldn't. So I think maybe it'd be nice if we could somehow encourage Tesla to do minor pothole, swerving. That'd be good. Cars are merging here. We're in the left-hand lane. There's that Model Y Performance over there. A little bit of construction on the southbound side of the FDR. I remember when I came down this morning, this was all jammed up pretty good. So this is a walking bridge right over here to Ward Island. And I think that's what it is. Ward Island Bridge, yeah. And then you have Randall's Island over here. I've actually never been over there. I've never really had a reason to. I remember years ago they had Cirque du Soleil over there. In the summertime, they pitched the big top tent. That was pretty cool. I would see it as I was commuting home. I used to drive into the city in my multiple cars, but I remember driving in my BMW i3 Rex. That was fun. When I lived in New Canaan, it was about 42 miles one way to downtown when I used to work at Citibank down in Greenwich Street in Tribeca. And one day I made it all the way down there and all the way back on pure EV without the gas engine kicking in. And that was great. That was just a great day. I had so much fun. That little i3 had the range extender, little 600cc motorcycle engine. Yeah, that one day, I don't know, must have been a lot of traffic. I got really good mileage. Anyway, we've got exit 17 coming up, the RFK Bridge to the Bruckner Grand Central. And we're going to be making a move here, which should be interesting. So far, the car has been flawless. It's been doing everything, not a tremendously difficult time on the FDR. It gets a little wacky sometimes when people are moving, but there's enough traffic where everybody's calm and cool and collected. Now, it's putting on its left-hand turn signal, and it's getting off. Yeah, there it goes. Accelerating quite confidently up the hill here. And you can see this bridge over here on the left that we're going to be going over. So I'm just going to let this puppy do what it's got to do. Pretty sharp right-hand turn over here. A little bit of a merge. You see the traffic on the left-hand side jammed. Jam on it. All right. Speed limit's 40 here. The car's doing 26, which feels good. It's not like it's doing something that it shouldn't do. New York City Marathon, a week from tomorrow, 11/3. Glad I'm not driving today on that day. You wouldn't be able to. What an amazing event that is. All right, our next move is in 0.2 of a mile. We're going to get on 278 East. Got a little toll here. Easy pass. Reads the license plate. All right, so here you can get off to the left and go to Randall's Island, Icon Stadium. And here we are. Car knows where it's going. good distance between myself and the Suburban. We've got a Range Rover coming up hot on me in the back. But no worry, it's a Sport. It's not a full size. He can wait. Coming around here, this feels very comfortable, really good. No issues at all. Tracking really nicely. And now this is going to get interesting here. In 0.3 of a mile, we're going to get on the Bruckner. There's two ways you can go. Major Deegan up 87, which is my preferred route. Then you go past Yankee Stadium. The Yankees lost last night, game 1, 10 innings. I heard 6-3. I didn't watch the game. I was editing my Bolt video, so I didn't get a chance to watch the game. I can't multitask. All right. Toyota Camry, Corolla. Sorry, Corolla cut me off there. A DX Corolla Deluxe. All right. And we're going to be getting on the Bruckner here. Corolla getting off East 138th Street. Big bump here. Taking a lane. Okay. Ooh, what do we have in front of us? A NYPD traffic police. Getting a little loose in the turns here. He's getting right up on him. A Ford C-Max. I remember when the C-Max came out, I was so excited. It said it got 100 miles to the gallon. And I was like, I got to buy one of these things. And then, I don't know if you remember the scandal that happened. They were overstating, Ford was overstating the mileage results of the C-Maxes. And yeah, they had to, I don't know if there was a recall or a payout, or I can't remember what happened, but I didn't mind the design of the C-Max. But I'll never forget it. In Nanuet, New York, I saw it for the first time. I was visiting my mom who lives in New City. And I was like, this thing's crazy. Can you imagine 100 miles to the gallon? I mean, the Prius was only getting 50. This is before EVs became popular. So, all right, now here we go. Here we go. No? Yeah, there we go. Come on. Take the lane. There we go. Nice and smooth. Wasn't abrupt that time. Maybe because it sees the NYPD traffic cop. I don't know. But 0.8 of a mile, we're going to stay on 278 East. How you doing, sir? All right, I'm going to up the speed a little bit here. Put it up to a max of 65. Wow, it looks like somebody won the Powerball. It's only at 20 million. All right, now we've got major traffic up here, completely stopped, and the car's got its turn signal on. Whoa, braking hard and moving over to the middle lane. That was odd. I wouldn't have done that. I don't know why you did that. I didn't intervene, but not sure I would have done that. You know, maybe one thing that would be good is if I could actually, even though I didn't intervene, I may want to give feedback to Tesla about something it does, and I'm like, I don't know that I would really like that. Maybe I know they have so much data to sift through on these manual audio check-ins, but that might be a nice add. Give me the ability to add an audio clip. If you know how to do that, and maybe just teach me. I don't know how you can do that. Because the little thing doesn't come up unless you intervene. But anyway, here we are back on some slow traffic again, and we're staying on 278 East. You can see on the wall there, a lot of people hit that wall. This is pretty narrow in through here, but Tesla, Keeper's doing a good job through here. For those of you who don't know, Keeper is the name of this car. Because she's a keeper. All right, we've got some traffic merging here. See, for me, I would like to be over in the left-hand lane. I read the traffic above and I see the right-hand lane is getting the merging. Now it wants to go over and it can't. It's getting blocked. Yeah, I would have made a move over there a little bit sooner. Now, yeah, now I'm jammed. And now I got differential speeds of cars coming up behind me here, which I'm going to, this is where I'm going to watch what it does. Again, this is not city traffic. I'll do another video where we take it in maybe downtown Stamford and see how it does. Now it's, all right, are you going to go over? Yep, there. Oh, no. Yeah, I didn't. There. Whoa, hey, baby. It's scaring all these people around it. Okay, now go, dude. No? Okay. Would you drive like that? This is the small refinements. These are the small things that I guess I'm saying. You know, I'd put my turn signal on. I'd inch over. I would show someone. I'd expect them to use the brake. Not just jam the steering wheel and then come back. You're showing people like you're a bad driver if you do that. I mean, that's the kind of stuff in a driver's ed test you just fail. Again, no intervention. It's just softening the edges. It needs to grow up, get some experience, which hopefully it will. Now it's putting its turn signal on again. And come on, you can do it. No, it's too shy there. See, I would have taken that because I can see in my rear view mirror, in my left-hand mirror. Come on, you can go. No? Wow. All right, hold on. I got to see something. Am I in Assertive or not? Let me put it in Assertive. There we go. Wow. As soon as I put it in Assertive, did you see that? Oh, wow, that was pretty wild. Maybe that was the problem. So autopilot's got 3 settings for full self-driving: chill, average, and assertive. And I was in average there. Now, all right, now she's getting on it. Look at this. Keeper. There's a garbage pail in the middle of the road there. Don't hit it. All right. That could have been bad. It's coming in hot here. Oh, man. All right. Fasten your seatbelt. Make sure it's tight. Assertive. Here we go. You got to get the Dunkin' Donuts McCafe going for this. For those of you who haven't seen, the first videos are coming out of our Seattle to Boston 10-car road trip race, the I-90 Surge. Check it out. I had a lot of fun on that trip. I had a lot of fun piloting the Lucid Air, which actually now has lane changing, which is great. And all right, now we're gonna, oh, look at that. Nice. Accelerates. Oh, well, now it's getting in the middle of the lane. Okay. I give that a C+. C+. You got B+? Anyway, yeah, this is really, now we're getting into it. All right, we're gonna put the speed up here a little bit. Let's go pop it up to 70. It's not doing 70. I'm just going with the flow, going with traffic here. CX3 cut me off. Feeling a little bit of breakage there. $29 more miles to go, and this is all pretty easy driving now. What I would say is this is not the FSD in city. This is really traditional autopilot with enhanced, meaning lane changing and getting off exits and all of that. So it is FSD. There's only 2 packs available now that you can. Every car comes with autopilot, which will do lane centering and adaptive cruise, and then you can put your turn signal on and take a lane. Now you can see here the car is deciding to go over into the center lane. Pretty sharp turn here. Let's see how it tracks through there. Decent, nice. And yeah, this is aggressive, just going around people in the center lane. I think I would probably do that as a driver. That felt good. That felt right. And that CX-3 was going super slow. Now we're coming into some traffic here. Genesis GV70, good looking car. What do we have up here? All right, we're just gonna have to merge over. Pelham Parkway, Orchard Beach, City Island, exit 8 off of 95. Now, this is an exit only, so it's gonna have to get over in 3/4 of a mile. So what do I typically do? I don't do what that guy did, the CX-3. Now he's just cruising in the right-hand lane, but I typically, like a New Yorker, cruise up until now it's gonna sneak in. Oh yeah, all right, look at that. I probably would have gone up a little farther, and then snuck in at the last second. But my wife always tells me, get over. I'm like, we got plenty of time, come on. This kind of split the difference between where Kathy would have gotten over and I would have been still in the right-hand lane, sneaking up. But I'm okay with that. That was respectable, not terrible. So, got a Model 3 Uber on next to me over here. Guys in the back seat, sound asleep. Oh, look at that. Put on the turn signal and there was a FedEx truck there, and it thought twice. Did the right thing there, keeper. I like that Kia in front of me, K5. One of my coworkers, Mohit, he's got one in black, but that looks sharp. It's almost like the Porsche chalk color, which is nice. We're getting excited about our Macan 4 that's going to be coming, and it's got some delays. I'm going to make a video about that shortly, put that up. But that's okay. We get it right. But I am going to report on the delays because they're real. All right, left turn signal. Are you going to go? See, it's like it's sending the world a signal. I'm going, and then it doesn't. Now there. No, see, it did it again. Interesting. All right, coming to a stop here. Decent distance between myself and the Kia K5, even though I'm in assertive mode here. Wow. It's got to be 5-6 times in the last mile where it's put the turn signal on and it just babies out, chimps out, wimps out, whatever. Chimps out. 6 times. Show the world what you want to do, and then don't do it. Come on. Let's refine that. Nice M3. Wow. Not a competition pack, though, I don't believe. Looks sweet, though. Hopefully it's 3 pedals. I like that M5 CS. That's a piece. That's a nice car. Man, I don't know what's going on up here. I think this Toyota is dying on the side of the road. It's like I am in the wrong lane and people are trying to come in. They're beeping at me. This RAV4 wants to come over. The CRV, I think, just bit the dust up here. And yeah, honk all you want, my friend. I'm not driving. This car is. All right. I mean, we should. Is this getting off on the hutch? No, it's staying on 95. Come on, move over. Come on, Tesla, keep her. Don't be shy. Let's get into it. There we go. Now go. Dude, yes. Okay. No? Are you kidding me? Will you grow a set? Come on, Tesla. I always thought you were super. Now, go. You got. All right. Come on. All right. Finally, you baby. Man, oh man, do I have to teach you how to drive? Gee willikers. Now, why are you braking here? Why are you braking? Because I insulted you? I think it saw that trailer. All right. All right, now we're talking. Let's go. Coming up to the Coop City. Just kidding, Co-op City. Huge. I mean, the amount of people that live in Co-op City, I think if you Google it, it's insane, that live in such a concentrated area outside of, you know, the main downtown Manhattan. There are a lot of people that live over here. Pretty decent mall. It looks like there's a circus going over there. Flipcircus.com. Maybe I'll take Kathy there tonight. What are the odds she'll go? 0.0. Westchester Avenue. Right up here is my favorite street in Queens, New York. If you know the area, you'll know the name of it. It's Connor Street, and it's spelled correctly. C-O-N-N-E-R, not O-R. Here we go. Now, there are quite a few policemen. Look at this X3, this old X3, cutting in, taking 2 lanes. Nice job. Connor Street, there it is. Beautiful. Love it. But anyway, there are some you know, some of our city's finest that like to sit on the side of the road with some technology, whether it be laser or radar. Now, I'm putting on the turn signal here, and I'm telling the car to take the lane, which it just did. Why? Because this guy behind me was on me pretty good, and out of courtesy, I wanted to let him go. I don't like people who stay in the left-hand lane. A lot of the black car Uber, Lyft guys, what do? They just get in the left lane and they just sit there. So I'm going with traffic, but we have to be careful. Watch our step up here. I'm not running Waze right now because I'm filming with my iPhone. So, but we'll be fine. But you notice the car went back over to the left-hand lane. So this is a pretty good, wants to take this transit dually, put 1 turn signal, jammed it, and took off. There he goes. Okay, come on, keeper. Give it the beans here. Let's go. Yeah, the leaves, you'll notice, for those of you who, I mean, this isn't technically New England, but as you start getting up into more northern Connecticut, I think we're right around peak. Here we are at the end of October, and the leaves they're pretty. They're definitely pretty. Some of the maples. Oh, look at this guy coming over here. Oh, hey now. All right, see, what that did was fine. The problem is, not sure if I would have reacted that much. I probably would have snuck over a little bit more, scooched, if you will. But the guy behind me in that dually van, that Ford dually van, he had to slam on the brakes because that was odd behavior. Again, no intervention, but let's just make that a little bit more natural over time, Tesla. And I think they will. I think this is going to get much better. You'll notice I haven't touched the wheel in a long time. I haven't gotten one nag for it to tell me, to remind that it's here. So pop up the speed a little bit more here. So just a summary of the trip so far. We're now 20 miles away from Pier 36, Revel's charging headquarters in Manhattan now. And we've gone 41 minutes and burned 256 watt hours per mile from an average energy consumption. A little surprised it's that high, to be honest. Oh yeah, I'm into performance. I'm no longer in my rear-wheel drive. That makes sense. See, I think I would have been like high 190s, maybe low 200s in my Model 3 performance, Model 3 rear-wheel drive LFP. But this has got 20-inch wheels. It's got a bigger motor. So yeah, the efficiency is not like it was with that rear-wheel drive. New Rochelle, New Rock City, here we are. Now this part of 95 really smooths out nicely. You'll notice that the road, when it turns from a concrete white color to a darker color, it gets smoother, quieter, and oh boy, hey now. Oh wow, I did not intervene, but I felt the brake pedal. I saw the brake pedal go almost to the floor there, and that Silverado came over into my lane. That was a little uncomfortable, and there wasn't a lot of room on the left-hand side there. I probably should have intervened, but I didn't. That was entertaining. Listen, I got insurance, right? Man, this X3, wow, that thing's a beater. Look at that. That's got some stories on it. Oh yeah. It's got some miles, as we say. It's got some experience. Now, from here on up, I think this is where the road gets super smooth and just in time for maybe a slowdown in the traffic. Here we are in Larchmont. We're only 20 miles away from Darien, 32 minutes. So we're probably going to hit some traffic up by Stamford. Typically, that's what we do. A little bit of a toll over here, the Easy Pass. They'll read the license plate. No longer do I even have the little device in the car. Don't need it, as long as you got your license plate. I thought that was pretty cool how Revel has this little camera now that reads your license plate, and so it knows who you are. It knows the history of your charging. You just plug and charge. It automatically knows the billing, so you don't have to sit there and swipe or tap in order to invoke the charging session. So they're doing some really nice things. And boy, I'll tell you, that guy Bobby head of PR for Revel, for whatever it's worth, senior management at Revel, he did a fantastic job. Really knowledgeable, nice guy, proud of what he's doing. Really feels like he's changing the world and helping New York City out. I really enjoyed my time with him. So check out that video about Revel's new charging center in New York City, Manhattan. Very, very calm, assertive, confident. This thing's getting better, folks. This FSD. Again, this is not the city version. I'm on the highway, but this is tremendous. Not one intervention yet from all the way from Manhattan. We're in Westchester County now. Boy, the way it carves the turns, it's really just so sure-footed. Really good. Tesla does such a nice job with this autopilot functionality. You know, it's amazing to be able to watch a company push the industry like Tesla's doing. I mean, they're not the only ones who are doing these kinds of things. GM's doing it, and you know, Ford's doing it, and Porsche's doing it. But man, it's just it's great to be alive in this day and age and watch technology advancements. Really entertaining. Boy, the leaves are nice here, aren't they? This is starting to get into some color. Beautiful yellows, greens, reds, browns. I do like on this Model 3 that you do have a little light both in the pillars, the A pillars on either side, that will tell you if there's a car in your blind spot. I commend Tesla for putting that in. It's amazing that Tesla can do what it does with vision only. You know, you look at the Waymos, and here we go, taking the lane, nice and smooth, not too abrupt, especially at this speed. That was good. Here's the section of road that's a little bumpy, but anyway, yeah, so Tesla is, what do we got? Oh, the X3. He must have heard what I said. He just took 2 lanes abruptly. I forget what I was talking about before. I apologize, folks. But that's okay. There he goes. Pennsylvania. He's got his Yankees cap on the dash. Maybe he's covering his fuzzbuster. All right. Let's go around this Amazon truck. This is where we're coming up to 287. So if you take 287 west, that's where you go over to the quote Mario Cuomo Bridge. I will always call it the Tappan Zee Bridge. It goes from Westchester County to Rockland County, New York. It's a beautiful bridge, by the way, especially at night. Just gorgeous. Boy, I'll tell you, this is almost downright boring. It's so good. Tracking smoothly. It's pretty windy out too. Not getting blown away at all. Well, up here we got a tale of 2 cities. We got a 18-wheeler right behind a Mini Cooper. Better hope that 18-wheeler's brakes work. Boy, oh boy. I like that color, that green. Hopefully we'll get up and pass it and show it to you. This intersection is all brand new here. This was a mess for years. Oh man. So much better now. We have traffic. Slow down, Tesla. Oh yeah, okay. See, I would have slowed down a little bit sooner. Nice green Mini. And welcome to almost Connecticut. Right over the bridge up here. We're going to be heading into Connecticut. Oh, hey now. Now that was interesting. I don't know if you saw that. There was something blowing across the road, and it was a big piece of black plastic. And this car went it went around it. That was impressive. Boy, I'll tell you what, that kind of changes my philosophy a little bit about maybe if an animal were running in front, that was good. And that green Mini was off on the right, and it knew it was there, so it was kind of tentative. The way it did that was very good. Hats off to Tesla there. Way over there in the distance is the Wrigley Gum Factory, or corporate headquarters. Beautiful building. Metro North train goes by it. That's why I know it's over there, because I've gone by it probably like 5,000 times. No joke. Route 7, 14 miles, 25 minutes. We're not going quite as far as there, but what that tells me is we've got some traffic between here in Greenwich, Connecticut, and Darien. Oh boy, folks got a flat over there. Nice Super Duty. What a great name for a truck, Super Duty. F-250, jacked. Beautiful. So we're 6 miles away from Stamford, 28 miles outside of Bridgeport, 11 miles from Darien, and this thing is doing great. Really good. So as I was at Revel, there's like a little hot dog stand. There's not much that you can get there, but a lot of people walk over and go on the boats, or there's the basketball gymnasium right there. So there's a hot dog vendor there, and look, you know, you got to let them make money, right? I mean, it's a tough economy. So I was hungry after I filmed the Revel video, and by the way, this used to be a giant toll plaza here. And I guess when the bond was paid off, they killed it. They took away the toll. So, yeah. Anyway, so this hot dog vendor, I said, dog, slaw, mustard, right? Uh-oh, we got traffic up here. All right, slow down. So I reached into my wallet and I got a $5 bill and I handed it to him. And he looked at me and said, thank you. And I looked at him and I go, come on, I'm a New Yorker. I may live in Connecticut, but I've worked in New York for like 35 years. And he gave me $2 back. I was like, come on. I mean, even $3 for a hot dog. I mean, look, he's got to make some money, but $5 for a hot dog? No way. I remember $1 for a hot dog. And then they have the small dogs and the big dogs. I got the small dog, but $5 for one hot dog? No. All right, here we are in Greenwich, coming up on Arch Street. This is where the Cadillac dealer was, where I had my ELR serviced, right over here. And Greenwich, Connecticut, boy, beautiful town. If you're in the city, come on up, take the train, walk the avenue, do some shopping, good restaurants. Greenwich Avenue is amazing. Bring some money though, because it ain't cheap, that's for sure. You can literally take the Metro North up right here and get off and walk Greenwich Avenue. It's a nice little day trip. If you've not done it and you live in New York City, come on up. AQR Capital Management over here on the left. A lot of hedge funds in this area. All right, so as the traffic is picking up, there's a policeman on the left hand lane over here, and it's kind of strange that it's accidente. Yeah, and that's weird that there wasn't more of a backup there, and the traffic picked up. Maybe they moved it off the road. Possible. I don't know. But it would be interesting. You know how Tesla can tell when there are police lights ahead or emergency vehicles. Oftentimes it slows down. I think a refinement there would have been I saw the police lights. I think there was an opportunity for this car to move over into the center lane. I did not, and it did not, and it should have. I would have. So it's possible that the police car was too far up in the ahead for it to recognize it, but I would like to see that sort of change. Now we're having to brake relatively hard here for some more traffic, but nothing that's super uncomfortable. I think it's okay. It's acceptable. All right, we're coming in the Stamford Town City Line right now here. And the next town up is Darien, so we're almost home. We're only 6 miles away. No interventions yet. I don't anticipate any at the rate we're going. It's done a couple little wacky things, but nothing bad. So here in Stamford, downtown Stamford, I really like what they're doing with the city lately. The old UBS headquarters was built years ago, and at the time it was the largest trading floor in the world. Both equities and fixed income were housed there. It was 2 football fields in length. Oh boy, look at that minivan, stay there. But interestingly enough, after UBS bought Payne Weber, a lot of the clients are in New York City that you got to go see in the institutional equities and fixed income businesses. So they moved back to 1285 6th Avenue, a building I worked in for 13 years, and they moved out of UBS's building. And you know who moved in there is WWF. Now, WWF, the World Wrestling Federation, they I believe bought the building. I don't know if UBS still owns it and maybe they're leasing it. UBS still has the Royal Bank of Switzerland, the RBS building. I'm sorry, Switzerland. Royal Bank of Scotland is this first building that you get to, and there's Equinor in there. It's a big commodities trading shop. RBS, I believe, is still here, and UBS is leasing some of the building from there. Now, the WWF, it's really cool the way they've transformed the whole UBS, the old UBS building. Brand new parking garage here on the right for Stamford train for Metro North. Slow down. But the beautiful flag that they fly, it's at half-mast today. I should know why. I don't know why. Welcome to Stamford. But yeah, this is WWF, and my office building is right in downtown Stamford, right over there. So this is the commute that I do home pretty much every day. Go to work, come home. WWF, beautiful. Who's in there? AXA, KPMG. Yeah, so it's not exclusively the whole building. There are some other tenants in there, but predominantly it's WWF. This is Purdue Pharmaceuticals. You know, if you don't know what they made, OxyContin. They were right here in Stamford. Here's the Marriott, where I believe both my kids' senior proms were held there. You know, I'm talking about things unrelated to self-driving because the car is just, it's doing what it's supposed to do. I mean, it's staying true in the lanes and tracking well, and it's actually quite comfortable. Nice fifth wheel, Montana. So right up here is where the old WWF headquarters used to be. It's this tiny glass building over behind the Red Carpet Inn, not such a great section of Stamford. So they've done a major upgrade to go to the old UBS building and kind of left that building. They always used to fly their flags there too. I loved it. It was great. I'm not a big WWF fan, and I guess I didn't really realize that they were here in Stamford, but this is where their headquarters are. So, you know, it's definitely good. Stamford is very famous for insurance companies and reinsurance companies. All right, so now we're in Darien, and I put Darien town center. Let's see where it takes us. I'm not really sure where it's thinking about taking us. It's a spectacular day here in Connecticut and New York. 67 degrees, low humidity, puffy clouds, nice breeze, low humidity. Nice center console over there, beautiful. Triples. right over here on the southbound side of Darien. I often film there. We've got a V3 station, and then up here about 3 miles or 2 miles up on the right is the northbound Darien, Connecticut, Apple Green stations, as well as the Tesla and V3. Well, people are out today, for sure. A lot of cars on the road. Listen, I guess I'll summarize this video before we are going to end it. We're only about 1.7 miles away from whatever the final destination this car is taking us to, downtown Darien. We'll ride it out, but I must say that I am very happy with the refinements, even in the highway stack of this car. The lane changing has been good, with the exception of being a little too tentative. But when there's open traffic and it's moving, it's smooth. It's really good. Now the car's making its move. It's getting ready to get off the exit here, and no issue there. It's just when you've got differential speeds, you're stuck in the right-hand lane and it wants to get over the middle. It's going to need a little work there. So now here I would have moved over already. Now it's going to bury me in the center lane. It's little things, but overall, this is good, folks. I'll tell you what, this version of FSD, right now, there's a 30-day trial. So if you have a Tesla, you should check it out. Be careful, watch it, be very careful about what it's doing. All right, now we're getting over. See, now that was the right move there. That was smart. We still have a little more than a half mile to go. It saw a chance and it took it. And as Steve Winwood used to say, or probably still does, but you know, I think that this is very much usable, and on a long road trip, FSD will get you there in a, I would say, a safe manner, number one, and also more relaxed and more rested, because it's doing so many things that your brain would normally do. The little, oh, we got a please be patient student driver in a Model X here. All right, let it rip. Anyway, we're getting off Tokenique Road, Rowayton, and we're gonna see where this thing takes us. But yeah, the FSD, boy, I'll tell you what, it's getting better. Try it out if you got the 30-day free trial. Give it a shot. Macan behind us, putting on our left turn signal. Let's just ride this thing out and see what it does. Okay. Now, I would be further over to the left. Now, it's stopping way back. That's like not cool. Pretty challenging kind of GTS intersection here. Let's see what it does. It should be going. There it goes. Not bad. And when it went. It took off. So I will give that an A. I would have been more over to the left. What happens is people come off that. It isn't really shown 2 lanes, but there's kind of an understood 2 lanes. People are going right. Where are we going here? Navigation complete. No. This is not good. Do you see what that just did? That, my friends, was bad. That was bad. Man, of all the things, I didn't interview him, but it just went over. That was a one-way, and it took that left-hand lane. Ioniq 6 there, I'll give that a D-. Man, Tesla, you blew it at the end. No interventions, no nothing, no bad moves. Well, no real terrible moves. That was bad. I let it do it because I saw no cars were coming, but there's no way in the world that this Tesla should have done that. Oh, man. Oh, wow. All right, well, anyway, on that note, we'll end it. We got the Darien train station here right in front of us, Metro North, and I'm driving right now, and I'm going to take off here right on red, and we'll end this note. But anyway, Tesla, you done good up until the end there. Wow. So look, there's still some things that we got a little refinement to go. But overall, I'll give this an A, not an A+. I would have given it an A+, but it just did something really bad there. So I'll give it an A. And anyway, thanks again, everyone, for watching another episode of Out of Spec Dave. And hopefully this shows you out there, maybe those that don't have a Tesla or FSD, this is what it is. I just drove all the way from, and let me just look at how far I went. Trips, 44 miles, not one intervention. Hats off to you, Tesla. Anyway, we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.